Nichirin swords are also referred to as color-changing katanas. Black?
That's interesting.
Yes, sir. What's good, y'all, man? We back with another video, man. And in this video, we here to talk about Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen, man. Let's get straight to the video. So we know when it comes to Demon Slayer, we know all the hype that was built around Demon Slayer. We know how popular it is as an anime. And we know that a lot of people when it first came out was going crazy. Manga sales was going crazy and everything. So, Demon Slayer is, I believe, a solid anime. I think the story is a little bit of your typical shonen anime storyline, but I think the story is still a solid story. I think it has a lot of drama and, of course, has good pacing for an anime and a lot of action. Demon Slayer, of course, the characters, they have some real, comical characters, but also characters that you could really gravitate to into an anime. Like, let's start it off with, of course, Tanjiro, somebody who is basically pure of heart. Like, probably the nicest guy you'll ever meet, but is also, of course, getting better and stronger as the story progresses. We have Zenitsu, who, of course, is, I would say, a little bit of not a scaredy cat, but, yeah, you could probably say he's a little bit of a scaredy cat, but you can also see the growth in him a little bit, especially from season 1 to season 2, especially how he stepped up in big moments going against demons. And of course, Inosuke, another person who's really comical, but also has his moments and is still a strong fighter as well. And then, of course, you have all the Hashira too. Giyu, we met the Sound Hashira, the Poison Hashira, and all the other Hashiras that, we met, but we haven't seen in action as of yet until, I guess, maybe in future seasons we'll finally see, or learn more about the other Hashira. But yeah, Demon Slayer, I think the pacing is real good pacing. It doesn't dilly-dally when it comes to getting straight to the point. And the action, of course, we know Demon Slayer, when it comes to action and big fights, we know Demon Slayer has, their fight scenes are incredible. Like, their fight scenes are incredible, man. Like, that fight between Uzui, the Sound Hashira, versus that Upper Moon Demons, in my opinion, was probably the best fight in Demon Slayer. Best fight in Demon Slayer. And that's tough for me to say because I mess with the Rengoku fight in Mugen Train the movie a lot too. That fight scene with Rengoku and I forgot the demon's name, but that fight between him and that demon was a great fight, I believe, as well. But those are probably my two top favorite fights in Demon Slayer. But yeah, the anime in itself as a whole, I believe, it's real good. And I think it's doing all the right things and it's progressing in the right way. The storyline, of course, is a little bit typical, but it's still, something that you can gravitate to and still provides like that drama and action, of course, and all that you would like to see in an anime. And of course, the characters, all have their own personalities that each, people could gravitate to as well. Zenitsu and Tanjiro and Giyu and like even the person that trained Tanjiro, I forgot his name. Uda Kadoka? I forgot. I don't even know how to pronounce it. But him, the dude that trained Tanjiro. Now we start to learn even more, a little bit more about the Hashiras, Rengoku and his fathers, his brother and what happened to his mother and stuff. So I think the anime is doing a great job in the progression, and overall, Demon Slayer, I think, is living up to the hype when it first dropped and how everybody was going crazy for it. Now, when it comes to
bungee jumping was all the rage back then, so maybe the act of jumping off is the key.
Did she really just say dong? Did I actually hear that?
She did!
Jujutsu Kaisen, another anime that did get a lot of buzz when it was dropping. Everybody going crazy over Gojo. Still, he is a good character. Can't even lie. Gojo is a good character, good ring character. He has that strong character vibe, but he has like that laid back, cool personality. A little bit of goofiness too. But he still knows like he's one of the strongest, if not the strongest, that we've seen so far in the anime. And I always like seeing that in the character. And I think that also lets a lot of people gravitate to a character like that. A lot of people call him the other Kakashi. It's like another Naruto Kakashi because I don't know. I guess because they both got white hair and they cover their eyes a little bit. But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen. I think the storyline in Jujutsu Kaisen is slightly better than Demon Slayers. I think it leaves more curiosity and more things that you want to find out than Demon Slayer, which is a little bit more typical in anime. I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen is a little bit more typical too, but I feel like it had more questions that I wanted to be answered. So it left me with that curiosity, which I always like in an anime, especially when you know it's coming out with a season 2. And I know, the movie dropped and everything, but I really want to see what happens in season 2, especially the way season 1 ended. The characters, Jujutsu Kaisen, I think the characters are good. Some people try to compare it to Naruto and stuff, but I think the characters are there. I don't think it's really that much comparison because you can always compare different animes, and find similarities. But I think Jujutsu Kaisen has come into its own. It's Itadori and all the other characters. I think they do a good job in showing each characters, leaving curiosity. Like, one thing I want to learn about in Jujutsu Kaisen is why is Sukuna so interested in Megumi? Like, I want to know why he's so interested in him. Like, and he has some hidden power that I don't know yet. I don't know that they didn't show yet in the anime. He has some hidden. He almost used it twice. And he didn't use it. He decided not to use it. I don't know if there's like a payoff or is there like something that happens to him if he uses the power. Like, does he die if he uses the power, or does like something severely bad happens if he uses it? Because he almost used it twice, but then he changed his mind at like the last second. And I don't know. Sukuna seems to be very invested in him. Like, he either wants something from him or he knows him or something. Something he knows about him that I don't know what or needs something from him. And you could see it a couple times in anime. But yeah, I think Jujutsu Kaisen's story is solid, and I think it does leave more curiosity, and it was slightly more interesting for me than Demon Slayer. So I think the story in Jujutsu Kaisen was probably I think it's slightly better than Demon Slayer. I think, yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, man, Gojo type stole the show for me in season 1, especially when we see his first fight, which shows his power and shows how strong he is compared to everybody else. But, all the other characters still do get their own shine. Itadori, you see the growth in him. He's learning how to control his powers better, how to use it better. Megumi, he's coming out of his shell a little bit more, with everything. Before, he was always so focused on not taking a risk. Now you see him starting to take a little bit more risk when he used domain expansion for the first time, which was crazy. So, yeah, man, I think the characters are going in their own. I forgot the girl's name. Don't kill me. I forgot the girl's name. But I think she's a good addition to the anime. That was a good addition to the anime. Like, she has her own swag, she has her own confidence, and it shows a lot. And I think it even sometimes rubs off on the other characters as well, on Itadori and Megumi as well. So, I think that trio right there, they is a good trio they got, and the personalities fit great. So when it comes to characters, I think both of the animes do a great job with that. But overall, when I look at Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen, I think, and it's even though it's not fair, I think overall, when I look at Demon Slayer, I think since it has the second season, and since the second season was real good, and they didn't like flop on it a little bit, and Demon Slayer still didn't drop its second season, so I will give the slight edge to Demon Slayer. Now, when Jujutsu Kaisen dropped season 2, my answer may change because, like I said, the story I think is slightly better. I think the characters though. I think Demon Slayer, when it comes to like characters, I think their characters, I gravitate more to their characters slightly in Demon Slayer than Jujutsu Kaisen, because I feel like sometimes in Jujutsu Kaisen, I think it's more about like Gojo steal the show more. I think maybe I like Gojo more. Like he's like the real character I probably gravitate to the most than the other characters. Like I like I like the other characters, but probably I like Gojo the most. And Demon Slayer, you know, I don't really have a favorite character. It was gonna be Rengoku, spoiler alert, but we all know how that happened. We all know they did him dirty. They didn't have to do Rengoku like that, man. They didn't have to do him like that. They couldn't give boy 5 episodes. They couldn't give him 5 episodes. Something. They just gave him a movie. They gave us a good ass character. Nice a sad backstory, you know, regular anime stuff. This man lost his mother. Learned flame breathing on his own basically because his father went in a downward spiral after the death of his wife. Said, "Well, fuck my kids." Like he ain't got no kids. He said, "Well, fuck kids. My life is over. My wife is gone. My life is over." So Rengoku basically learned flame breathing on his own, reading a book on the basically a flame manual book that didn't have all the stances and still became nice, still became top tier. Was going toe to toe with the Upper Moon Demon. Of course, the Upper Moon Demon was probably like holding back a little bit because he didn't want to kill him, but still, he was still holding his ground. And we lost that good character. I'm getting off topic. Don't even get me started, man. Well, I already started, but let me get back to it. Yeah. So Demon Slayer, I think Demon Slayer has the slight edge just because both of his seasons were good, and you know the fight scenes is great, the characters are good, and the storyline, even though it's a little bit typical, it's still a good story. You know, it's still a good story. Like I want to see what happens with Tanjiro and his sister. Jujutsu Kaisen, when, like I said, it's type not fair because when Jujutsu Kaisen drops season 2, my answer may change. It may change when season 2 drops because, like I said, the storyline is, I think, better in Jujutsu Kaisen, and I think when season 2 drops, if they do season 2 just as good as they did season 1, I think, you know, it will be on top. But for now, I think Demon Slayer is on top. For now. We'll see when season 2 drops. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think. Demon Slayer or Jujutsu Kaisen? Which one y'all think is better? You know, say it in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a like. Give it a thumbs up, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video. And if you want to see more videos like this, just let me know in the comments below, man. I hope y'all have a good day. And I'll see y'all in the next video.